The following video was narrated by Alif Hossein, animated by Sheikh Thanos, and presented to you from Darul-ilm Chatham. Darul-ilm Chatham. In collaboration with Sheikh Thanos.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Oh my god, that's a very cringy line, but I have to say it because as a Muslim you have to. Anyway, it's the first official video of the series, and by the sound of my voice you probably think I'm an actual idiot, like one of those guys who don't know how to read the Quran, doesn't know 1% of any of this, etc. Well, you're partly right, partly, remember that, partly, but don't worry, I've got the information. What they say is true: when you teach, you learn; when you learn, you teach. A teacher is a student. I'm not sure if I can say that to my Islamic teacher's face though. He is also the owner of the channel that you're watching this one. So yeah, you probably shouldn't say that to his face or her face, I don't know. So yeah, relax yourself. Anyway, my name is Alif Hossein. I go to Darul-ilm Chatham, and today we're answering the question: how did the universe come into existence? Before we explain how this universe came into existence, big question, it is important to know that Allah has given us many signs in this world. These signs are all around us, and they all point back to our Creator. Allah says in the Quran, "Indeed, in the creation of the heaven and the earth, and in the alternation of the night and the day, are signs for those of understanding." That may be really confusing for you lot, but I somehow understand it. By somehow, I mean I have the script in front of me. So yeah, I can tell you what it means. It means that if all this is here, then how is it here? So there are signs for us which we can see, but it's our ability or skill to recognize them is where we go wrong. Rejecting a creator, or in other words, God or Allah, is not crazy or logical, but it's an emotional argument that doesn't make much sense. Most importantly, belief is in the heart, and the science has helped us come to the right conclusion. So the first question is it rational or logical to believe in God? Let's try and understand this. To start off with, we all know that the world exists, and that it came into existence at some point in time. So how exactly did it come into existence? Well, there are four possibilities. Let's look at them. Number 1, the universe came from nothing. Number 2, the universe created itself. Number 3, the universe was created by something created. Number 4, it was created by something else uncreated. Now I'm going to look at each possibility and decide which one makes more sense. Number 1, the universe came from nothing. This point is invalid, as it is simply impossible for something to be created from nothing. Like in maths, 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals 0. You can't get something from nothing. I'm in set 3, so yeah, I don't really understand that. But maybe you do, because you're probably smarter than me. Anyways, yeah, next. Number 2, did the universe create itself? This is also impossible. For this to work, it would have to exist and not exist at the same time. It doesn't exist, but it needs to exist to create itself. It's like saying, can a mother give birth to herself? She would have to exist and not exist at the same time. There needs to be something external that brought it into existence. I mean, yeah, sticky one still, but I try to take this topic seriously. I mean, when the question is asked, there's always an answer, and the answer must be found, even if it's a bit mad. Yeah. Anyway, number 3, Was it created by something else created? Well, if the universe was created by something else which was created, then that must have been also created by something else created, which then would have been created by something else created. This would go on for infinite, which is also impossible. If this was the case, this universe would have never come into existence. For example, if I wanted to shoot a target in front of me, but I had to ask the person behind me for permission. But before they give me permission, they have to ask the person behind them for permission. Before they give me permission, they have to ask the person behind them for permission. Will I ever get to shoot the target? No, I will not. This is known as an infinite regress, where the chain goes on forever and I'll never get to shoot the target. Therefore, if God was created by something else that was created, who was also created, this world will never come into existence. This leads us to the last most logical point, that the universe was created by something eternal, who is uncreated and has always existed. In other words, God. My name is Alif Hussein and I'm that kind of guy. Assalamu alaikum. Oh my god, that's cringy. Jeez.